welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for all the love and support that you guys gave me when I said that I want to start a YouTube channel. And yeah, so here I am, and I'm sure that you guys will continue to support me. So as this is my first YouTube video, I thought of starting it with something sweet and special, which is very dear to me, which is my family's favorite, my husband's favorite too. And all of you guys, like not all of you I would say, it's most of you guys requested me to do a video on how to make my chocolate fudgy brownie. So yeah, here I am. So let's get started with the ingredients. So yeah, so let me tell you what all that you would require for this recipe. So you would require a non-stick greaseproof baking paper, which you can get it in Tesco, or you can use parchment paper as well. You would require some butter. You need some butter, any butter would do. You would require some plain flour. You require like sugar. I use dark brown sugar because if you need the brownies to be with that dark color, I think it's better to use brown sugar. So you would require vanilla extract. You would also require your measuring spoons and cups. These are very important in this kind of, especially in baking. So yeah, these are the ones which I purchased from Amazon. Then you would require cocoa powder. You would require some salt. You would need dark chocolate chips, and you would also need dark cooking chocolate, which I bought from Tesco. You can get it from Asta as well. You need something to save, which is for the flour and things like that. This is very important because sometimes you do have lumps in the flour, and yeah, if your flour and your sugar, everything has to be like proper and not like having lumps in it. So you also require a spatula. You require a whisk. You do require a small brush, which is to grease the pan, and you also require 2 eggs and yeah, and a tray. So you can use, like I'm using a square, you can use a round one or whichever you prefer. So yeah, so you guys just stay tuned, and let's get started with the recipe. Okay guys, so now let's start preparing the recipe. So we need 3/4 cup of butter. So you can use salted butter. I'm using salted butter. Then you require 1 cup of brown sugar. Then you require 2 eggs. Let me just break them. So you need to mix this well. So this is what the consistency should look like. Okay, so now in this you need to add your vanilla, and then you need to add your melted chocolate. So that's my melted chocolate. So now you need to keep mixing, because now you've added the chocolate. So if you don't mix it, it's going to settle in the bottom. So you need to keep mixing and mixing. Oh my god, this looks so yummy. I feel like eating it just like this on the toast or something like that. Yep, so now we have to get started with all our dry ingredients. That's the cocoa powder and the flour and the okay guys, so in this you need to add 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. Then you need to add 1/2 teaspoon of salt. If you're using like unsalted butter, then you can use 1 teaspoon of salt instead of 1/2 teaspoon. Because I'm using salted butter, so I'm using 1/2 teaspoon. Then in this you need to use 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. And so you make sure to save it properly, because as you can see, like there are so many lumps in it. If you don't do this technique, then there will be, your brownie is not going to come out that very good. Yeah, so at this stage, once you save all your ingredients together, then you have to switch from a whisk to a spatula, because a spatula is better for this, because whenever anything gets stuck to your container at the side, it's easier to just scoop it off. So yeah, so I would say that you need to shift to a spatula from the whisk at this stage, and yeah, mix until, I know it gets very frustrating when you're mixing this and you feel like it's never going to come to the right consistency, but patience is the key, I would say. So you need to keep mixing and mixing and mixing, and you can eventually see that it's forming a nice dark fudgy color. Yeah, and this is what you need. So also keep mixing. Okay, so now I have my mixture ready. Look how yummy it looks. I feel like eating it just this way. At this stage, you need to add your choco chips, and you need to add your half of the chocolate. So remember, half of the chocolate I had added it earlier. I melted it and I mixed it in the butter, and the remaining half I added it now. And you need to also add your choco chips as well. Make sure you don't mix it too much, because if you do that, then the chocolate is going to start melting. So yeah, that's it. And that's my greased pan. I put some butter and I put my baking paper on top of it, and I'm going to put all this mixture in that. Okay guys, so this is how the mixture looks like when it's in the pan. And you just need to dab it like just one bit, like so that it covers equally. And I have my oven for preheating, so I've kept it for about 10 minutes on 180 degrees, and there's 3 minutes and 38 seconds remaining. And then after that, I'm going to put this in the oven for baking for about 20 to 25 minutes on 180 degrees Celsius. Hey guys, here my brownie is ready, and look how yummy it looks. You can literally see the chocolate oozing out from the sides, if you see there, and that's a big piece for me. I'm going to have a lot of calories today, and I like to eat it with a little bit of vanilla ice cream on top of it, and yeah, and a little bit of chocolate sauce. Yeah, and that's how I have it, and that's how I like to have it. So let's take a big bite. Yummy. Okay guys, so that's how it looks like. It looks really yummy, and it tastes yummy too. I hope you guys prepare the same and share it with your friends and family, and send me the pictures as well. Please do like and subscribe to my channel, and until then, ciao.